Archangel Michael says, "You have been warned." Someone in your family who has already passed away wants to tell you something. Open it immediately. If you believe me, type Amen. In the quiet of your heart, there are times when God speaks in whispers, and other moments when His voice is a thundering warning that shakes the very foundation of your being. Today, the Archangel Michael, the protector and messenger of the Most High, is speaking directly to you. You have been warned. Something urgent is unfolding, and it involves a family member who has already passed away. They have something crucial to tell you, and this is not a message to ignore. In the world of the living, we often face uncertainty and the unknown. But there is one certainty that transcends all earthly experience: the afterlife and the reality of what comes after death. In God's great plan, even after someone leaves this world, they are not forgotten. Their voices may still echo in the spiritual realm, and sometimes, through divine intervention, messages from the other side make their way to us, especially when there is a message of urgency that needs to be heard. Open this now, because someone from your family who has passed on is reaching out. The message they have for you may carry vital insight, healing, or divine revelation that could transform your life. Archangel Michael has warned you. This is no ordinary message. It is a divine communication with profound implications. The spiritual realm and divine communication. Before we dive into the specifics of this message, let's take a moment to understand why it is that someone who has already passed would reach out to you, and why now. The Bible reminds us in Hebrews 12 verse 1 that we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, those who have gone before us and now reside in the heavenly realm. These individuals, while no longer physically present, are still very much alive in the eyes of God. In fact, God's Word speaks of the spiritual realm as a place where souls continue to exist, where the faithful are at rest, and where communication between God and His children continues through divine means. At times, when there is a need for closure, guidance, or a final message of love and truth, God allows certain messages to be conveyed from those who have passed away. They may not directly contact us in a physical sense, but through divine means, be it through dreams, feelings, or supernatural occurrences, God makes a way for those messages to reach us. This is where Archangel Michael steps in. As one of God's chief angels, he is tasked with protecting God's people, delivering His messages, and sometimes facilitating the communication of urgent messages. In your case, Michael is delivering the message that someone in your family who has already passed away wants to speak to you. Who could this be? A family member reaching out. When a loved one passes away, it's natural to grieve, to wonder about the things left unsaid, or to have questions about their final thoughts. Some may wonder if their deceased family member is at peace, while others may struggle with unresolved issues or emotions. The person trying to reach you now is not simply passing through your thoughts. This is a divine, intentional message. The one who is speaking is someone who played a significant role in your life, someone whose words and actions have shaped your path. Who could this be? It could be a parent, a grandparent, a sibling, a spouse, or another close family member. Someone you shared a deep bond with. Their presence in your life was not a coincidence. There were lessons, love, and moments that God ordained between you. Now, they are trying to communicate, to impart something that is vital for you to understand at this very moment in your life. God doesn't allow these messages to reach us unless there is something that must be revealed or understood, something that directly affects your present, your future, or your spiritual journey. This message is not simply a way for them to reach out from the other side. It is a divine calling, an invitation to open your heart to the truth they want to share with you. The nature of the message: what do they want to tell you? Now, the question that weighs heavily on your heart: what does this person want to tell you? What message could be so important that it transcends the boundaries of life and death? A message of healing and closure. Sometimes, the need for closure or healing is so powerful that even death cannot prevent it. This message could be about reconciliation or healing old wounds. Perhaps there was a time of bitterness, regret, or misunderstanding that was never addressed before this family member passed. God, in His mercy and love, is giving you this opportunity to experience healing and peace. This message may be one of forgiveness, letting go, or resolving a past hurt that has lingered far too long. God is offering you the chance to release that which has bound you to pain and regret. You have been given an opportunity to experience peace with the past and walk forward with a renewed sense of freedom and clarity. A warning for your current path. Perhaps this family member's message is one of warning. There may be decisions you are about to make, paths you are considering, or relationships you are involved in that are not aligned with God's best for you. This loved one may be reaching out to redirect your steps, to help you avoid a course of action that could lead to spiritual harm, regret, or unnecessary pain. The message may come in the form of a divine redirection, a call to pause and reflect on the decisions you are making right now. God may be using the voice of your loved one to ensure you do not make the same mistakes or face unnecessary struggles that could have been avoided if only you had listened. Archangel Michael is relaying this warning with urgency because God desires your protection and guidance. A divine revelation about your future. Sometimes, the messages from beyond this life are not just about the past but about the future. This loved one may have been given insight into the path that lies ahead for you, divine wisdom about choices, relationships, or events that are about to unfold in your life. This message is about your destiny. The family member who is reaching out has a unique understanding of your purpose, your calling, and the challenges that may lie ahead. They may be guiding you toward specific decisions, relationships, or places that will set you on the path toward God's greater plan. This message holds the key to unlocking your future, providing you with insight and direction to align with the fullness of God's will for your life. A message of love and assurance. Sometimes, the most powerful messages we receive are simply words of love and assurance. In a world full of confusion and uncertainty, God's love through a departed loved one can bring comfort, peace, and encouragement. If you've been struggling with feelings of loneliness, abandonment, or a sense of disconnect from those who have passed, this message may be one of reassurance, reminding you that love never dies and that your loved one is at peace. This message could be about God's love for you, conveyed through the words of someone who deeply cared for you. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that God's presence surrounds you, and that His plans for you are good. The reassurance from your family member will bring emotional healing, lifting your spirit and giving you the strength to move forward with renewed hope. What should you do with this message? The message you are receiving is meant to awaken, alert, and direct you towards something vital. Archangel Michael has made it clear, this is not a message to ignore. So, what should you do next? Take time to reflect and listen. The first step is to quiet your heart, mind, and spirit. Remove distractions and take time to sit with God. Ask Him for clarity. Seek His presence and be still. Sometimes, messages from the spiritual realm require quietness and attentiveness to receive them fully. Allow God to reveal the depth of this message. Listen for His voice in your heart, and ask Him to confirm the details of the message. Pray for guidance and understanding. God is not the author of confusion, and He will not leave you without direction. Pray for wisdom and understanding regarding the message from your loved one. Ask God to show you the steps to take in light of this divine revelation. Ask for His peace and for His strength to walk in the direction He is guiding you. Respond with obedience and faith. Once you have received clarity and understanding from God, respond in obedience. If this message is about healing, make peace where you can. If it's a warning, take steps to realign your path with God's will. If it's about your future, move forward with faith, knowing that God has already prepared the way for you. Trust His timing and His divine provision. Share the message if led to do so. If this message is meant for others in your family or community, share it in love. Sometimes God sends messages not only for the individual but for a larger group. If you feel led to share this message with others who may be affected, do so in wisdom and humility. The message of love, healing, or warning is meant to be a blessing, not just for you but for those you care about. Trust God's perfect plan for your life. The message you have just received is not one to be taken lightly. Archangel Michael's warning is serious, but it is also filled with love, compassion, and divine protection. God desires your well-being, your peace, and your alignment with His will. The message from your departed loved one is a sign that God is actively involved in your life, and He is sending the support and guidance you need. Trust in God's plan. Trust that the people who have gone before you continue to watch over you and guide you from heaven. Their love for you transcends time and space, and God is using their voices to lead you into a future of hope, healing, and divine purpose. Open your heart to this message and walk in the fullness of God's grace. This is a pivotal moment in your life. Listen to the divine warning, embrace the healing, and move forward in faith. Your destiny awaits. There are moments in life that seem ordinary, yet within them lies something extraordinary. The messages we often dismiss or ignore could be the ones that have the greatest impact on our lives. Today, this is one of those moments. Archangel Michael, the great protector and messenger of God, is calling out to you with an urgent message. You have been warned. Someone in your family, someone who has already passed away, wants to communicate something very important to you. This is no coincidence. This message is not a dream or a mere fleeting thought. It is a divine revelation, something that God has orchestrated for you to hear at this very moment. Open your heart and mind to this message, for it holds a key to your spiritual journey, your protection, and possibly even your future. The person who has passed on has left behind something unfinished, something they need to communicate to you. And Archangel Michael, the one who stands as a guardian, a warrior, and a herald of God's messages, is here to ensure that you don't miss it. This is not a time to ignore what is happening. It is not a time to dismiss it as mere coincidence or fantasy. This message is for you and it demands your attention. Don't wait. Open it immediately. The urgency of the message, a call from the other side before we dive into the message from the one who has passed. It is crucial to understand that the message you are about to receive is not just about the person who has passed, but about you, your life, your spiritual state, and your destiny. God doesn't send his messengers on trivial missions. Archangel Michael is here because what's about to be revealed is of utmost importance. In the Bible, we are reminded that God is not the God of the dead but of the living, Luke 20 verse 38. While death may separate us physically from our loved ones, the bond of love and the spirit of connection remain. God has the power to reach across the divide of death, and sometimes He uses that power to reveal things that we need to know, things that impact our present and future. This is one of those moments. A loved one, someone in your family, is reaching out from the other side with a message for you. Perhaps they never had the chance to speak it before they left. Perhaps it's something they couldn't say in life. But now, God is giving them the opportunity to speak through Archangel Michael, and He is giving you the chance to listen. The role of Archangel Michael, a heavenly messenger. Archangel Michael is one of the most powerful and revered figures in the heavenly realm. Known as the warrior angel and the protector of God's people, Michael is tasked with guarding and delivering divine messages to those who need them most. His presence in your life is a sign that this is not a message to be ignored. In the book of Daniel, Archangel Michael is depicted as standing in defense of God's people, bringing divine intervention in times of danger. Daniel 10 verse 13. In the New Testament, Michael is also mentioned as the angel who will ultimately defeat the forces of evil in the final battle, Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. His role is not only to protect, but to deliver truth, to warn, and to guide. When Archangel Michael says, "You have been warned," it is a declaration of divine urgency. This is not a time for hesitation or doubt. This is a time to listen, to pay attention, and to respond with faith and action. The message from the other side, what they need to tell you, someone in your family, someone who has already passed away, is trying to tell you something vital. This is not a message of fear, but one of revelation and guidance. This loved one wants you to know something important, something that could change the way you live, how you move forward, or how you handle certain situations in your life. What they have to say may be related to a mistake they made in life, something they wish they had done differently. Perhaps they were unable to offer you the wisdom or guidance you needed while they were here, but now, through the divine intervention of Archangel Michael, they are able to reach you. This message is meant to provide closure, healing, and clarity. They want to share a few key things with you. 1. The burden of unspoken words. There may have been things left unsaid, regrets that weighed heavily on their heart. They want you to know that it's not too late to forgive, to let go, and to release any pain that has lingered. This message is an invitation to free yourself from any guilt, resentment, or burden that has been holding you back. The person who has passed away wants you to understand that they are at peace now, and it's time for you to find peace as well. 2. A warning about a current situation. Sometimes, those who have passed on can see things more clearly than we can. From their eternal perspective, they may be aware of something in your life that you haven't fully grasped. Perhaps there is a relationship you're holding on to that isn't healthy. Maybe there's a decision you're about to make that could lead you down a dangerous path. Your loved one is warning you to take caution. Don't rush into anything. This is a divine moment for you to pause, reflect, and seek God's guidance before proceeding further. 3. A reminder of their love and presence. The loved one reaching out to you from the other side wants you to know that they still love you, even though they are no longer physically with you. Their presence remains with you in spirit. They are watching over you, and their love is still guiding you. This message is not one of mourning, but of assurance. They are not gone, they are still part of your life, and they continue to care for you in ways that transcend the physical world. 4. A divine reminder of your purpose in life. We often get caught up in the challenges and distractions that pull us away from our true purpose. This loved one, from the other side, wants to remind you of your destiny, the purpose God has set before you. You are not here by accident. Your life is filled with divine potential, and your loved one wants to encourage you to keep moving forward in faith. Don't give up. Don't let doubt cloud your vision. Your purpose is still unfolding, and they want you to continue walking in alignment with God's will. Why you must listen. the divine importance of this message. You may be tempted to dismiss this message as a figment of your imagination or a fleeting thought, but let me be clear, this message is real. Archangel Michael is a messenger of God, and when he delivers a message, it is meant for you to hear, to understand, and to act upon. God does not send warnings without reason. He has a purpose for your life, and He will do whatever it takes to keep you on the path that leads to His abundant blessings. This message from your loved one, delivered by Archangel Michael, is not just a random occurrence, it is part of God's plan for you. By receiving this message, you are opening yourself to divine guidance. You are acknowledging that there is something higher at work in your life, and you are choosing to walk in alignment with God's will. This is a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey, and how you respond to this message will shape your path moving forward. What you should do next, how to respond to this urgent divine message. So, what do you do now? How do you respond to the divine message that has been sent to you? Here are some practical steps you can take to ensure that you are listening to God's voice and walking in His will. 1. Take time to reflect and pray. Spend time in prayer, asking God to help you understand the message and its significance for your life. Ask Him to clarify what needs to be done, whether it's letting go of a past hurt, making a difficult decision, or moving forward in faith. The Holy Spirit will speak to your heart and guide you into all truth. John 16 verse 13. 2. Forgive and let go. If this message involves forgiveness, whether it's forgiving your loved one, yourself, or someone else, take the necessary steps to release that burden. Holding on to unforgiveness only hinders your spiritual growth and peace. Allow God to heal your heart and bring you into a place of freedom. 3. Take caution in your decisions. If the message includes a warning, heed that warning. Do not rush into decisions or relationships that could bring harm. Take time to seek God's direction and ensure that you are walking in His perfect will for your life. 4. Embrace your purpose. Remember that you have a divine purpose. Don't allow distractions, doubts, or fears to hold you back. This message is a reminder of the calling God has placed on your life, and it's time to step into that purpose with confidence. God has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill His plan, and this message is a divine confirmation of that. Final thoughts, a heavenly reminder of God's love and care. This message, sent through Archangel Michael, is a testament to God's love and care for you. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that your loved ones are still with you in spirit, and that God is always watching over you. Listen to this message carefully, for it holds divine wisdom, guidance, and protection. Archangel Michael is here to ensure that you don't miss this important revelation. Your loved one is reaching out from the other side, and they want you to know that everything will be okay. They are at peace, and they want you to walk in peace as well. Take this moment seriously. Open your heart to what God has for you. This is not just a message, it is a divine invitation to walk in greater spiritual clarity, peace, and purpose. Don't let this opportunity pass by. Listen, Pray, and trust God to lead you every step of the way. How should you respond to this message? Now that you have received this divine message, the next step is crucial. Here's how you can respond to God's call. 1. Open your heart and spirit. This message is meant for your heart, not just your mind. Open your spirit to receive what God is revealing to you through Archangel Michael. Allow your emotions to connect with the truth being shared and let go of any resistance you may have to God's will. 2. Pray for clarity. Spend time in prayer, asking God for clarity about the message. If you feel uncertain, ask Him to help you understand the deeper meaning of this revelation. Trust that He will reveal the truth in His perfect timing. 3. Seek closure and healing. If this message is about unfinished business or healing from past hurts, take steps to forgive and let go. Let God heal your heart and restore peace where there was once pain. This is a divine opportunity for you to find freedom. 4. Act in faith. If this message includes a call to action, whether it's a decision, a relationship to mend, or a change you need to make, take that step in faith. God is with you, and with Archangel Michael's protection, you can walk boldly into the future He has prepared for you. In conclusion, trust in God's divine timing. This moment is not one to be taken lightly. Archangel Michael's message to you, and the communication from your departed family member, are divine interventions designed to help you on your journey. Trust in God's perfect timing and His infinite wisdom as you receive this message. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events for your good. Your family member's message is one of great importance, and it will bring peace, healing, and direction into your life. Trust that you are not alone in this. God is with you, and Archangel Michael is by your side, guiding you every step of the way. Open your heart, listen closely, and walk in the divine protection and guidance that God has provided for you.